Hey guys, well I finally got the upper and lower control arms pretty much finished out. Got them all ground down. Got a coat of black paint put on them to keep them from rusting. I still got to flip them over once this coat dries so that I can top coat the other side of it, but I just wanted to get this side done and let it harden up tonight before I moved them around any. Get too anxious and end up messing the paint up. I basically been using this stuff. It's pretty good paint. Seems to dry real hard. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's the same thing that Darren said he uses on his tranny cases and stuff when he builds transmissions. It's available different places, Granger, industrial places like that. Seems to be pretty good for a spray bomb, and it's got quite a bit in it for a spray can. I've had this one for 6-8 months and sprayed quite a few projects with it, and it seems to hold that pretty good. I also got those plates cut and welded in place inside the shock towers. I got them welded and got the slag chipped off. I still got to go around and grind them out a little bit. Check, see if I've got any holes anywhere. If I do, I'll have to go back and weld them in again. Once I get them ground down and smoothed out, I'm going to go over them with some primer. Then I'm going to seam seal them to make sure that no water gets down in them from this side. Then on the inside of the engine bay, there are still a couple of holes in place so that water can drain out. That's that way on both of the shock towers. So if any water does get down in behind those plates for some reason, it can drain out into the engine bay. So I don't have to worry about any water or dirt collecting in there and making those things rust. I got the other side done too with a little 110 wire feed welder. That's taken me about 4 hours because I'd have to run it for a while and then my machine would cut off on the high limit and I'd have to wait and let it reset. And then once it would cool off, I'd still let it set for another 5 or 10 minutes before I'd go back to welding. I had this on the hottest setting that there is on the welder, which is 4. You can weld up to a 1/4 inch plate with this stuff. And I was having to watch and not burn through the inside of the shock tower material because it's actually just a little thinner than this 1/8 inch stock that I put in there. So I had to kind of watch my heat and make sure I didn't stay in one spot for too long. That's kind of got you caught up on what's going on. Car's basically still sitting in the same spot. Hopefully this will just about have the suspension for the front sorted out. I'm not going to put it on there just yet though, because what I was like to do when I was looking through the car today, since this thing is still on rotisserie, I wanted to flip it upside down and figure out how I could fabricate a headliner for this thing, maybe make one out of fiberglass or something. I didn't particularly like the cloth headliner that was in here with the bow rods and everything else, so instead of trying to fight gravity, once I get everything cleaned up on this project I'm doing now, I'm going to flip the car upside down and so I can actually have gravity help me and see if I can't fill this in with some fiberglass duck board or something which is real rigid, so I can shape it and then cover it with some cellophane or perhaps some silver foil tape to make it to where I can pop it loose and then maybe lay some fiberglass in there and see if I can make a one-piece headliner for this thing. Then if I do that, I can cut it out for the sunroof and make it look a lot better than the fabric one did with a hole cut in it. So I'll give that a shot and succeed or fail either way. I'll give you guys a video to go with it so that way you can see how it goes, and hopefully everything will work out fine. Watched a few other videos today, a couple of slow SRTs, Matt. I watched a couple of real good ones from Darren where he's working on that Mustang and that VW bus for Gaydon. Then Rick, I saw where he'd got his primer on his Mustang. That's awesome. I am so jealous, Rick. I wish I was there with you, but I guess all in due time. I'll get there eventually. Well, I'm going to cut this one short so that I can get off here and see about getting the rest of these welds and stuff cleaned up. I will talk to you guys later.